Is the city of Cincinnati selling part of the Blue Ash Airport to Blue Ash or not?
5 years after signing that deal, Cincinnati voted to rescind the agreement. 9 News reporter Scott Wegener tells us there's a lot of confusion and anger flying around in a story you'll see only on 9. Scott?
The complications surrounding the status of the Blue Ash Airport have never been more up in the air. First, Cincinnati said it would sell some of the airport's acreage to Blue Ash and led many to believe it would use that money to rebuild the facility. Blue Ash passed a tax increase in 2006 to buy the land to build a park. Cincinnati never followed through with airport improvements, even though that's what the FAA said the money had to be used for. That didn't fly with Cincinnati, and officials threatened to sue the federal government. Now, Cincinnati has altered course again, voting to rescind the agreement altogether. That doesn't sit well with Blue Ash resident Jeff Capel.
This is like if you sell a house to your neighbor and then you come back 5 years later and sue the buyer because you don't like what you did with the money.
Mayor Mark Mallory's communications director, Jason Barron, says it's just a technicality, not a big deal. He did tell me they had always planned on using the money for the streetcar. The FAA wasn't allowing that to happen. Cincinnati Council member Chris Smitherman says the vote could cause the whole plan to crash and burn.
This ultimately could cost the city $100 million in legal expenses and fines, giving the money back to Blue Ash at the end of the deal. That might not be sorted out for 5 years, but there certainly is a risk that going down this road, the FAA will not agree with us, even with the deal being rescinded.
Blue Ash officials say the transaction is still happening, only the documentation will change to get around the FAA roadblocks. The airport is scheduled to close August 29th. Scott Wegener, 9 News, Blue Ash.